Hello, everybody. My name is Blake Hextall, and my topic was communicating with athletes. So, the book I chose was Hockey Tough, A Mental Winning Game by Saul L. Miller, forwarded by NHL great Mark Messier. I chose this book, obviously, I love hockey, but it also had some great messages in it that every sport could apply. It talks about the many different personal factors that go with communicating with athletes, such as the mental game, controlling emotions, personality differences, and a winning attitude. This book was chosen because it talks about the different types of players and talks about emotions, personalities, and attitudes. These are all factors coaches need to consider when communicating with their athletes. The theme of the book is about hockey players and the different types of obstacles one has to accomplish throughout a season, from personality to motivation to the X's and O's of hockey. Communication by the coaches is critical to help develop players and have a successful season as a team. So the first thing I'm going to talk about tonight is the personality differences. As we all know, in the coaching business, we deal with many different athletes, and no two personalities are like on a team. And when communicating with athletes, coaches need to recognize what type of personality a player is so they're able to communicate with them at the best capability. So, for example, you've got introverts and extroverts. Miller says, in general, introverts tend to be more sensitive and more affected by pressure, whereas extroverts tend to be more stimulus seek and may require a higher level of arousal to be at their best. So, in order to get extroverts going, you may need to get under their skin a little bit, and that motivates them. Where introverts are the opposite, they need a little bit more of a massage factor where, like a hey, it's okay, it's going to be all right to get them going. This next video clip would be an example of how to get extroverts going, not introverts, from an intermission talk by former Ranger head coach John Tortorella, and I do apologize for the language.
I asked you to fucking defend. I've seen you fucking defend before, and you're gonna do it here. If that's how we're gonna battle, we're not gonna have a chance to win. Jesus Christ, how much time do we have to talk about it? If that's all the juice we have as far as competing against that team, we will get killed tonight. And we have 2 periods here. So I've asked you all to buy into how we have to play. If that's it, we're fucking done. Pack it up. And I know that this fucking team isn't that way. I've seen you. So we have 40 fucking minutes to go. Take each shift at a time and chip away. They are not that good in their end zone. And we know our club. That's the biggest fucking positive of our team is how hard we play. So fucking screw it on straight here. Screw it on and let's be ready to go each shift at a time. Okay? So stiffen up here. Everybody. Help one another. But I tell you, if you're not going to be stiff, you're not going to play. I'm warning you all. This is a contest here that's a good test for us where we are right now. Quarter of the season's done. Let's see what we are against a stiff hockey team. Let's be ready to go here now. Come on.
So as you can see, he gets the team fired up, and if they have more extroverts than introverts, then I almost guarantee you they are going to have a heck of a second period. On to emotion now. There's 2 types of emotions that Miller talks about in the book. It's feeling-oriented and task-oriented. So feeling-oriented, they're concerned with how others feel and, of course, how others see and feel about them. Where task-oriented is they're primarily concerned with the elements of the task at hand, with analyzing what has to be done and doing it. They're less sensitive to general personal criticism. So it's kind of like the introvert-extrovert thing. The feeling-oriented people really are concerned about how others feel and are affected with the type of communication, where task-oriented is just determined to get the job done no matter what has to be done. So imaging with impact, I actually handle this on a daily basis with Western Michigan's hockey team. We do quite a bit of video, and it talked about in the book, and it felt like the book was speaking to me when it says video sessions enhance play, and I know from personal experience they do. The keys are positive reinforcement and solid teaching points. When Western Michigan does a Saturday morning video session after a game, say against the University of Denver, um, we tend to show much more positive reinforcement clips as opposed to negative clips because we want our players feeling good going into the Saturday night game, as opposed to feeling down because they may have made a bad pass. Reinforcing with positive clips, as Miller says, um, can strengthen the positive perception of your play and increase your confidence. And that's what you're trying to do throughout a season. You're trying to build positive perception of your players and increase their confidence, so you can reach maximum potential for your squad. So, kind of back to communicating with the Bronco hockey team. Like I said, I work with the players tightly on a daily basis, and I speak with Coach Murray quite a bit regarding what type of messages he wants me to get back to the team. And as you can see on the left, I have a group chat lined up with the team, and as you can see underneath, it's 26 contacts. So I deal with 26 different personalities on a daily basis, and some like it in text, some like verbal reminders, some text me the night before just to make sure, because they get slightly paranoid, to make sure they're on time. And that's okay. I like to make sure that all the communication is relayed crystal clear and the players know what to expect. So the next screenshot is an example of some texts I have sent out to the team, um, talking about registering for summer classes, making sure they get advised, when breakfast is, workout, and then that Wednesday, February 10th, when we left for the University of Denver, telling them the dress attire and that the bags will be heading to Omaha, so make sure you have a tie for the flight. Um, like I said, every player has a different personality and a different attitude. So as facilitator, to these players, it's important that I cater to their communication skills and cater to how each player is going to respond, because the players respond differently to different types of um, messages. So I would recommend this book to anybody interested in getting into coaching. Again, it's a hockey book, but I feel like that a lot of the book, other than the X's and O's, really, any coach could use to, really get a feel for their players, their personalities, and their communication skills. This book does a great job explaining the various aspects of hockey and goes into great detail about different types of personalities on a team and the different parts of the game that one needs to master in order to be a successful coach and a successful communicator to their players. So, my questions to the class tonight: what do you find to be the biggest challenge when communicating with your athletes? And do you feel that communication is the most important tool when coaching? Why or why not? Thanks for listening, and have a great week.